Frank was right. Frank is right. I think
Well,
we're in a time right now. I'm sorry, I have to agree.
because the justice system let him down, because of the PTSD or he's gone through war, cool. He breaks the law, he does it his own way, he does his own philosophy, right? But according to real life police and the real life justice system that they should believe in and follow, he is anyone who holds the Punisher's skull. It is kind of like a disrespect to a real genuine uphold of the law cop. If you do what I do, Foggy will be alive. What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out podcast. The brothers are back. It's G-Man here, joined with Kibbs. We're here to give you some updates on the pop culture world, what's been going on, what we've been watching, all that sort of stuff. Guys, as usual, check the description. I'll put the timestamp in there so you have the flexibility to see what we're talking about, see the topics of what we're going to be discussing today. You've got the flexibility to move around to any part of the show. Shout outs to everyone, man. We hit over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. It's still growing. Really appreciate all the love that we're getting. So shout outs to all you lot. If you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe. And let's get into it because we've got a lot to talk about. Let's start off with Daredevil Born Again, man, because we haven't even touched on this. We
Mhm.
haven't even done a podcast yet since it came out.
I know, I
Man,
know, I know.
I don't want to say Marvel's back. I want to say Daredevil's back. Right? What a consistent show. What a consistent character from Charlie Cox's Daredevil, Matt Murdock from D'Onofrio's Kingpin. I mean, I'm so one thing that Marvel has done is at least they were like, we're not going to change him. That was awesome. The show was good. It got great reviews. But the fans would have gone crazy if they were like, oh, we're recasting because it wasn't really. No, no, no. They
Yeah,
they
yeah.
they done some fan service there and brought back Daredevil for us, Charlie Cox Daredevil. I mean, the show starts off. So you haven't seen the latest episode, so I won't. I'll talk a little bit about that. But
Mm.
episode one, spoiler alerts, it's been 3 weeks though, so you guys have seen it. My God, you start off like that. And hold on, you went on to the premiere, right? There was a
Yeah,
screening.
so they did like a special screening the day before. Shout outs to Geek House for that invite. Uh, but yeah, that's fun. But you know what? Seeing it on the big screen, you're like, oh my God, man! Like you want that kind of. It's like that move. It is a movie experience feeling because I think Daredevil in New York City is so grounded. It's so vast. Like the fight scene with Bullseye at the beginning, and
What a
like really
bang.
gripping, bro. And the fact that they've started to get him swing around like he does in the comic books is
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, come on, like we've been waiting for this, but now that he's like, I feel like here's a character that we've seen him naturally grow into his confidence with his powers and who he is as a character, a complicated character in itself. But yeah,
I have to say, just a quick touch on the swing and start is sick, but you can tell CGI. So there's something that was taken away from the grittiness of the Netflix one, which kind of was more grounded and more realistic. When I say more, just comparing that little part. But I am not complaining. It is awesome just to see him have that agility and whatnot. I'm glad they've
hmm.
incorporated that. Listen, episode one, I can't believe they started the way they did because you're like, what? Wait, hold on. Like,
Yeah, no, they went in.
absolutely awesome. They kill off Big Foggy like immediately. I'm like, oh my God, they went in deep. I mean, the great thing about the show has been building since what 2014. So it's like there was there was such an emotional connection with Foggy. Bro, that episode absolutely it started off I think as well they wanted to let the fans know like we promised you we're gonna bring back Daredevil for you.
Hmm.
Here's immediately to let you know we're bringing it back. The grittiness, the violence, man. Oh my God, it was amazing. And what a great start to the show. And it just hit, man. I was shocked that they killed a Foggy like that. But the fight scene again, great choreographing. Bullseye, he's war. He lost the plot, right? He is what we know him to be in the comics, just psychopath, right? And complete psychopath. And then just that end scene when Matt tried to kill him. Matt, he didn't die, but Matt did try to kill him. Now, at the end of season three, back in 2018 or whatever, he had the back operation, right? And in the
Hmm.
comics, it's adamantium. So I don't know if they didn't mention anything in this, if it's adamantium in his spine or not. Maybe it is because they just introduced it at the same time as Captain America. I
Captain
don't know,
America, yeah.
but we don't know, right? But the point is, I think that's what made him survive that fall. But Daredevil tried to kill him, and it was the first time because
Mm,
his loved one was killed, and
yeah.
and he pushed him off the roof. He pushed him off the roof. It was it was a hard. That was a hard
That was a
episode.
hard scene. Definitely a hard scene. Visuals was really good as well on that. Visuals was really good. Great fight scene. Everything was pulled out, so we get to see them punching and throwing everything at them. There's a little hallway scene again as they're getting all these he's getting all those things thrown into him. Like really like it takes a toll on what Matt's going through, you know, not just as the vigilante himself, but what he has to go through as Matt Murdock as well. Like we go into the excuse me guys, sorry, so tired. We go into that first episode with, him starting this business with Foggy's friend, uh the cop that wanted to retire that didn't retire and ended up working. uh, you know, uh
They didn't bring back Mahoney. Is it Mahoney, the other cop that was in the Daredevil? I thought he would have been like
that's what I would have thought as well.
yeah, they should have brought him back. But he's not in there so far. And also that criminal that keeps showing up, I can't remember his name, man. Spanner or something like that. I can't remember his name. Remember like the criminal that he kept on beating up, breaking his arm. He come out of prison, break him again, like, and he used to give him info. Come on, man. Do you remember his name?
Oh no, it's gone out of my head now.
But
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's not in it. But yeah, no, but yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, so interesting first episode, and then you see what Kingpin's up to and where they want to take this as well. It's interesting to see because I still want to know like how it's going to progress. Remember, we've only got 9 episodes. Originally, they said they were going to give us 24. So
Mm.
how they're going to progress? Is it going to be what I'm scared of now? Like as amazing these first couple of episodes have been, second episode was great as well. They're trying to the second and third episode with the trial course for White Tiger was really good, and the actor uh, Karma is his first name, so shout outs to
Kama,
him.
yeah, Kama de los
Yeah,
Reyes,
yeah.
de los Reyes.
Uh,
Rest in peace,
really,
man. He passed away.
yeah. Like
He
that's
done
crazy.
so.
That's crazy.
He almost done like a Chadwick Boseman type of thing, and it's crazy how the characters have so much similaristics
Yeah,
of you, like White Tiger, Black Panther, and he was battling cancer as he was doing this show. Now, obviously, he didn't, he's been an actor for a while and whatnot, but
yeah.
yeah. So carry on, yeah, carry on with the episode 2 and 3,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's got some great lines in there. Doing the right thing.
yeah.
Uh, his character is he just wants to help people. He said it's a calling. Sometimes when you have a calling, there's nothing else you can do but that. So I love how that's embedded in his character. There's a great scene. I did share it on our, sorry guys, I did a spoiler share and did share it on the podcast page, but I had to. It was like it's such a good line. Some people just have that calling and you go with it. You can't change who you are, can you? And that was a really great moment. And the trial was good, bro. I like the fact that we're getting uh, Matt Murdock as the lawyer. A lot more emphasis on this. We're getting his trials and errors and how he's working on things. Uh, and this is quite a brutal kind of show where you're getting the hardship of the fighting, the hardship of how New York City looks, the hardship of the court as well. And like I like that grittiness, man. It's good.
Mm.
It grounds the characters even more. And yeah, definitely really good 3 episodes so far, bro. I'm loving it to bits.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they're definitely bringing it grounded back to like the streets of New York, with Wilson Fisk being the mayor, with the vigilantes, with the crime and all this sort of stuff. And they're just giving so much. Like I said, there's what do you call it, journalists who's doing like little interviews on the streets. It just looks so like almost like a documentary at some points and whatnot. So it looks bro, they've done really good. They're really expressing like, especially in this world, in this sort of universe, the grittiness of New York. I said that my wife even was like, Elliot was like, she even said it. She goes, is Gotham City supposed to be New York? I'm like, yeah. Exactly
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
fact that because Gotham City is obviously made up, but the fact that it's so gritty, and then she looked at this, she was watching the show, and they're expressing the grittiness in there. So like, oh, is that where Gotham City got the inspiration from? I'm like, yeah, I believe so. So they're really showing that, and I think that Wilson Fisk, I mean, like, I think like it's almost a touch on real world on what's happening in the real world today. Just an individual, like a gangster ruling
Mm,
New York, and that's what's happening in the world right now, anyway, right? They're gangsters, you know what I mean? They're not really looking out for the people behind the scenes. You see what's happening. You know what's happening behind the scenes. It's all gangster shit. Um, it's not real honorable stuff to look out for the people. It's more like using shit against people and getting your ways and all that sort of stuff. However, it's done so well. D'Onofrio's just doing a great job as Kingpin. It's interesting. He obviously got shot in the head from Echo. That show she missed, obviously, or he must have twitched, almost like what happened with Donald Trump when they tried to shoot him and he moved and it hit his ear and
yeah, yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's what happened in Echo. I don't know because his eyes were good and everything. Anyway, the dynamics between him and his wife Vanessa, that's an interesting dynamic that they're taking that he's having relationship issues and whatnot. One thing you could see in that relationship, no matter how brutal Kingpin is, he loves his wife a lot. That considering what she's putting him through and all that sort of stuff, he would never harm her. I mean, we'll see. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
I can't remember which comic book it was that I saw where well, he didn't harm her, but he killed his own son. He was ruthless in that. He used his son as
Yeah,
a shield and everything. So he is a ruthless dude. But yeah, I mean, this battle with Born Again. I mean, after Foggy dying, he gave up. He gave up this whole vigilante thing, and of being Daredevil because it kind of came back to him. Like Bullseye attacked them because of him, and he kind
exactly.
of it's kind of that thing where it's just like, is it my fault? Is it my fault?
Yeah,
Which touches on episode 4 of man, I wish you watched it. I wish you watched it. Listen, we all know Punisher shows up, John Berthnal. Now, when he shows up, I'm like a little schoolgirl, right? They were teasing him with the cops showing those cops having the Punisher thing. That's an
yeah,
insult,
yeah.
by the way, right? That's an insult to real life police, right? Punisher, although I love him, he is a vigilante.
Mm,
He's not. He is a murderer. He doesn't follow the justice because the justice system let him down. Right? Don't get me wrong. I've got Punisher all over the place and all that stuff. I can admit because the justice system let him down because of the PTSD or he's gone through war. Cool. He breaks the law. He does it his own way. He does his own philosophy. Right? But according to real life police and the real life justice system that they should believe in and follow, anyone who holds a Punisher's skull, it is kind of like a disrespect to a real genuine uphold of the law cop.
mm.
So anyway, these corrupted cops, they're using the Punisher's logo as a thing. But when he showed
Oh, so that makes sense with the last scene that we saw in episode 3.
exactly. So episode 4, I'm not gonna spoil. I'll let you watch it and whatnot. But the scene with listen, Frank shows up. I'm like giggity because I'm such a Punisher fan. He's so good, and that scene was good. When I
Yeah.
say how, bro, I'm almost getting watery eyed, like teary eyed. Not because Punisher's on screen, because I get to be emotional anyway. Bro, him and sorry, Daredevil, Matt. I don't want to spoil it, but he throws it in his face, man. Throws it in his face, leading back to episode. I just spoiled it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. And
Oh,
Punisher's full
yeah,
of.
yeah, because yeah,
If you
so he's
did
given
what
it's a
I
good dialogue.
do, if you did, so I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm spoiling it for you and anyone else watching Kids. I can't hold back. Frank tells him, if you did what I do, Foggy will be alive. If you do what I do, Foggy will be alive. And he threw it in his face. It hurt me, and I'm getting like goosebumps talking about now. I can't wait for you to see. I'm sorry that I spoiled it for you. I had no choice. I'm sorry. But it's like the
Mm.
reminiscence of that scene on the rooftop in Daredevil season 2.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like you're one bad day away from becoming me. And he had that bad
Exactly.
day, but Bullseye didn't die. He didn't die. And I don't know if Matt Murdock knew that he would have died, but I think his intentions was to kill him. That was
Yeah,
his
yeah, of
bad
course.
day. That was
Yeah.
his bad day from becoming Frank. But Bullseye stayed alive, right? So he kind of maybe is using that excuse. But Frank threw it in his face. And man, I don't even want to spoil the dialogue for you. It was just good. It was so I'm gonna go rewatch
So
that
good
scene.
intense dialogue from what I hear. Uh,
Oh, so good. Just that scene, amazing. And it just shows a little bit of what Frank's been up to and whatnot. He's still around.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah. No,
I can't
definitely.
wait to see more great dialogue, man. When you see it, bro, I'm sorry that I spoiled that part, but it was just like kind of like Frank's gonna tell him. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
like
no, exactly.
so good. It was such a good scene, bro. I'm not gonna lie, the whole episode 4 was great, but I was just waiting for that. Because you just tease Punish at the end of season episode 3. Give me Punisher, like bring him, hurry up. So
Yeah,
I,
yeah, exactly.
when he does come on screen, you're just like, come on, man, this was absolutely fantastic. And it was just kind of like the dialogue was just absolutely fantastic, man. Gave me goosebumps. I'm looking to watch it again. It's one of those, pop up on the Instagram or YouTube sort of you want to put it
Clip.
up there as a little clip. It was so
Okay.
good. So good, man. He threw it in his face. That's all I can say. Threw it in his face.
No, I'll have to check that out, definitely.
When you agree, and listen, Daredevil obviously he's got religious beliefs, he's got a belief in the justice system and all that. So he's got true belief in that. But when you think about what happened to Foggy, I mean, you can't help that it doesn't cross his mind
Exactly.
that he's
It's a
right.
friend, bro. Who
Frank's
wouldn't?
right.
Like Frank was right. Frank is right. I think
Well,
we're in a time right now. I'm sorry, I have to agree. I'm gonna agree because I think I think as like just with what's happening at the moment in the real world and what would happen if anything was to happen to any of my friends or family, why wouldn't people take justice into their own hands? Now, bro, there's loads of shit going on at the moment now. I found out, like I didn't even realize in Luton last year, some guy killed his, shotgun his mum, sister, and baby brother,
Mm.
and then planned to go shoot up kids in the school. I don't know what it is at the moment with toxic masculinity and where people's mental healths are at the moment now, but like, what have we come to now for us to be doing that to people that we love? Like, so if it's somebody hurting my family, I'm gonna have and people are gonna probably find this a bit wrong. It's not I've got to do something to protect them.
That's why Frank's so relatable. People with the Punisher, like if you don't really look into the character and you just look at the covers, you're just like, there's this vigilante with guns, he just kills everyone. That's it. He's that guy. But that's why he's so relatable because his family, his family was killed. You know
Hmm.
what I'm trying to say? Brutally. And who
Yeah.
wouldn't want the justice that he goes out there and gets? Who wouldn't want to put the punishment on people for their crimes, right? That's why he's so relatable. When you read the comics, when you read him Frank's character, when you watch, actually, I have to say, when you watch John Berthnal's Punisher on screen, he really, and the writing, they really do a great job on expressing Frank. Not just the vigilante Punisher who just goes around killing everyone who deserves it, which is always fun to watch because it's satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I personally like that. I find that satisfying, that vigilante type character. But just a real human that's relatable to people, because he
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
never stops talking about his son. There was another scene in this. I'm sorry, man, but he was just like, I hear my son's voice in my head every single day. When I go out there and I punish, I hear my son's voice. Like, bro, the guys only like Berthnal's gonna make me cry, bro. His performance is so
Hmm.
good. It's so good, but it makes Punisher so relatable, considering his actions are very extreme, from a sense. You know what I mean?
No, definitely, without a doubt. Looking forward to watching that. But yeah, guys, don't get it wrong. I'm not a violent person. I'm all in it for protection. Uh, I wouldn't want to see anybody being harmed. After reading that stuff in the news and with this new program, Adolescence out, and where kids' mental healths are at the moment now, like it's on, it's happening. It's what we're doing to deterrent it. But if anybody approaches my family, man, I maybe have to do a punisher on them, bro. Uh, and that's the only way. It's not that I'm a violent person or anything like that. It's because I want to protect my loved ones. Like nobody wants to see it. Like it's heartbreaking hearing people's stories when they've lost a loved one because of somebody doing something silly.
Mm.
But how do you weigh that out? He's a human being still. He's got his validations or whatever he's gone through, or that person's gone through for taking somebody away that I love. Only God can judge, I suppose, but I'm looking to. It's a weird decision to make, but I'm gonna protect my family. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Yeah.
man,
Anyway,
and you ask any father, any loved one, it's you ask anyone, bro, it's the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, so no, I don't think anyone will blame you and all that sort of stuff, but that's just the way it is, man. It's crazy, but you would do anything to protect your family, no matter what. And that's whether we spoke about on the Bronx Tale review, that's working 9 to 5 legit, or with a working class man working two jobs, whatever it is, but or protection from that perspective. A father is a father, you know what I mean? In fact, you think
no,
of
no,
it
no,
for the family,
exactly,
man.
exactly.
So it's understandable. I mean, on that, I was just like Daredevil. I wanted to kind of find a comment. I found it earlier, but I've lost it now. On Punisher, on Berthnal's thoughts on the new Punisher special. He says something. I had it right here and I lost it now, man. Come on, hold on, bro. Let's see if I can find it because I literally had it here. He made a comment basically on what to expect, but he says, bastard. You know when you find something, I had it all prepared and then now I lost it completely. It's just disappeared. Person wasn't sure. I went through the process. All right, yeah, here we go. He basically
Yeah.
says, the story that we've laid out is, I think, really special. It's the versatile, psychological, complex, unforgiving, no holds bar version of Frank, where he's going to turn his back to the audience, and nothing is easy, and all violent has a cost, and we're going to see that cost. I'm grateful that they're letting me go to the place that I really want to go. So
Okay.
he's
All right.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not sure in regards to what comics and everything that he's referencing and anything, but he's looked like he's getting into it. And I feel they've like with Punisher, man, they like I said, they really like characterizing him. And when I mean characterizing him and making him relatable, I'm not talking about the murderous side of things. He's talking about the psychological side of why he's doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's so relatable as you just kind of discussed. But I really listen, man, from what I just saw a couple Frank back on-screen Frank since when was it, man? 2015 or something. I mean, it's so
Yeah.
great to see him back as a Punisher fan. So super happy for that. Can't wait for you to see the episode. Loving the Daredevil Born Again series. I have to say, I'm super excited to just log on every Wednesdays and watch it. There's a feeling, there's a happy feeling because I am enjoying it. I really am. So great show. You brought up, let's move on. You brought up Adolescence, man. So we will
Mm.
do a full breakdown review. I don't want to go into it too much because we'll save that for the full breakdown review after I've seen the last two episodes. I've seen two already. But quickly, just touch on it, your thoughts, man, and so far because you've seen the whole show, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
um,
I binged it, man. It was really good. I got to say, shout outs to Stephen Graham and Ashley Waters. This is a program. It's weird because it all relates to, male masculinity, what our kids are up to, and it's based on this boy uh, who's murdered a girl because of his anger and didn't know what to do, if it was a right thing or a wrong thing to do, and now he's in a state. But they don't just go through what the kid's going through, because there is a great episode about that when you get to the third episode and you're like, oh wow, okay, this is crazy, because they've done this all in one shot as well. But it's showing what the parents are going through, it's showing what the police officers going through. Like, they've given you that real time moment in that footage. uh and it's probably one of the most talked about TV series at the moment now, bro, because of how it's gone worldwide, bro. Loads of people are talking about it. It it's a hard watch for parents because it's something that can just happen, to be honest. Remember, there's internet bullying happening, there's different codes and languages, like you saw in episode two,
mm,
that these youngsters go through, and what sort of bullying that they do go through. And it's like, what is your kid doing? Excuse me, guys. What is the kids doing when they are online or when they are gaming or what are people talking about? What, we're not going to know everything. And that's the hard part. Uh, and it is Stephen Graham. I hope so. If I'm
Mm.
right, hold on.
It
Let me
is,
just
yeah,
double check.
Stephen Graham. I
Yeah,
got it here.
Stephen
Yeah, I got
Graham.
it. Yeah, Stephen
Yeah.
Graham. Amazing.
Uh, he's the guy, bro. He's everywhere. I mean, he's worked with Robert De Niro and stuff. You know what I mean? Uh, Great actor, great writer. He co-wrote this as well. Uh, but the one shot thing, bro, that's sick in itself.
I was gonna. That's what. Listen, man. Like we'll geek out about that properly on the review. But I do have to say, like I've only seen 2 episodes. The one shot thing is super
Mm.
impressive because it's an hour, and it's just kind of like I was talking to my missus about it, and I was just like, they must have like rehearsed it so much, right? And like it's like a theater show. Like theater show is like one shot, right? They did and they
Yeah,
rehearse,
yeah,
rehearse, rehearse. But this is outdoors. There's so much other variables. You got cameras, you got lighting, you got outdoor, you got the weather, we got, I don't know, pigeon, whatever it is, man. There's so much other variables with this. It's super impressive. But yeah, we'll talk about that in the review more and more depth. But the yeah, Stephen's face, Stephen's expressions. Ah, man,
yeah.
I like, man, the concern as a father, and I'm not even there yet. I'm not, in my life, inshallah, again one day. But the concern as a father, man, that he was in that first episode that he was going through up to the point, and spoiler alert, up to the point you see the CCTV footage was just
Oh, bro.
fantastic. And then when you see that footage, just again, he does such a great job of just it's not, I don't even feel like it's acting, it almost feels like it's real. Like, you know what I mean? Does such a great job where you're like, it's so believable. And I think the one shot scene that they're doing is almost like one of the most engaging things ever because it's kind of like obviously it's one big scene, but it feels so engaging. Whereas like some things where you cut to another scene, it's like, "Ah, I'm not really engaged in this part. It's just
Mm.
continuous, like it's a continuous
Yeah, yeah.
engagement. It's really good, man. I can't wait. Look, tonight, probably watch episode 3, probably finish episode 4 by the weekend. Next Thursday, when we catch up, we'll do a full-on review because I think it deserves it. When you spoke about it, and I was like, let me give it a shot. I wasn't keen. I was just like, yeah, people recommend. Let's just try and pull it on immediately. I'm like, wow, like
Yeah.
this is amazingly done. Story writing, script writing, the one shot, and then now I'm complimenting the acting and the process and the rehearsals they must have gone through everything. So absolutely like amazing. I can't wait to finish it off and then we can proper geek out about it when we
No,
do.
definitely, definitely. We'll get through that.
Cool. Guys, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. It will be out within the next 2 weeks or something. We'll do that. Let me finish
Yes,
watching
we
it
will.
off.
We'll do a full breakdown, guys, so make sure you check that out. Uh,
Oh,
have I got that right? Got going. Yeah, that's all good. Sorry, man. I've got loads of edits to do. We got the Novocaine interviews coming out. That clip went kind of viral.
yeah.
So I got to watch it a couple of weeks ago because we're doing the press interview, so the press junkets for it. So uh, I need to get them all finished off and uploaded today before I go watch this. There's another screening tonight. Uh, but man,
I should have asked for the
I-
screening here. Who's it? Warner Brothers.
no, that's Paramount.
Oh yeah, Warner Brothers.
Amber
Oh,
Mid Thunder and
Jack.
Jack Quaid, man. What a vibe, man. Even the directors as well. Shout out to the directors. Listen, man, I want to say a massive thank you to Annie, who works with Paramount, who got us this interview. That's our first ever press junket where we got the A stars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got the A stars.
How was the like I know you said you got the interviews and whatnot. How was the process, man? Because this was the A stars. Like what was your feelings behind it? What was how did you manage your nerves? How did you think of the questions? Like what's going through your head now these days?
uh, I still get nervous regardless. It's always going to be that. There was a bit of confusion because I thought I was going to get it's gone that the main bad guy and his best friend. Oh, it's gone right out of my head. Jason, is it named Jason?
Hold on, let me quickly
Spider-Man's
check.
friend.
Yeah, 1 minute. Let me check.
It's
Hold
gone right
on.
in my head.
Novocaine.
Uh,
Got it here. Yeah, Jacob Batalon.
Jacob, sorry. Yeah, there you go. So,
And then the
but
bad
we ended up
guy, who is it? Is it Ray Nicholson or even?
Nicholson. Yeah, Nicholson,
Yeah.
Ray Nicholson. Yeah. So originally that's what I thought I was going to get, but then I was pushed into the directors, and I was like, okay, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't prepped,
Oh no. So how did I? So you were prepped for them. You weren't prepped for the directors. So what happened? How was that bad or
bro. That is a full-on freestyle.
wait, was it good? Like I
It
mean,
came out good.
when I say good, I mean did you guys vibe? Did you ask?
Yeah, yeah, we vibed. Because when you watch Novocaine, it will remind you of the movies that we grew up with in the 80s and 90s. You know, your Lethal Weapons, uh your 80s, 90s action films. But then you've got a character like uh yeah, sorry, my brain is slow today. Jack, who is very charismatic, very kind of fish out of water, you know, in this movie. But yeah, bro, that was so random because I thought I was gonna be Jacob and Ray, and then suddenly I was like, oh my God, they're giving me the directors. Literally, I'm in the Zoom call and it's saying the director's name, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't do no prep. They told me that we weren't gonna get the directors. Now we're doing the directors. Like, what's going on here? So a sacrifice was made. I ended up getting the directors, which is fine, but there was no prep. I had prep for everybody else, and I just jumped in, bro. And luckily, because of the movie pop culture knowledge that we have, ended up having a great interview where they both directors really engaged really well and loved the fact that I saw that in the film. Like, you know, that there was a nostalgia to it. There was this great feel of 80s movie. This is an original movie, bro. And I feel like it should get the love it deserves because we don't get original movies like this. It's a good, fun, light-hearted action craziness movie. You know what I mean? With some outlandish moments. So it's like I had a great time with it. It's not the most amazing movie in the world to win Oscars, but I think Jack Quaid absolutely smashes it. And Amber Midthunder is great in it as well. She was in Prey. I completely forgot until I saw her. I was like, "Oh my God, you were in Prey!" I didn't say it, but I was like, "Oh wow!" Like I've got like A stars in front of me. When that happened, like when they told me Amber and Jack was next, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm a bit nervous here, man." I am a bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Jack Quaid, you know, son of Dennis Quaid. That's
Legend.
crazy,
Like we
man.
grew up with that dude, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, insane, bro. Insane. It was good. It was good. It was
The
good. They
clip,
vibed really well. They were
yeah.
funny. The clip, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So the clip that went viral is you said that he gave you Michael J. Fox vibes. Was that from the movie or was that him himself? Like, what
No,
was
from
the?
the movie. He has this
Okay.
Michael J. Foxness about him because it reminded me of The Hard Way with James Wood.
Ah, okay.
Because
Ah,
he's
okay,
again,
okay.
he's a fish out of water. He's an actor trying to be a cop.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, he's always trying to put his acting elements to it. In this one, where he's got these abilities that he can't feel pain. Uh, he's just like a bank manager, a nice bank manager, a good guy, like your everyday 9 to 5 person. He falls in love with this chick that he meets, and then everything goes, you know, a break-in happens, she gets kidnapped, all sorts of madness kicks off, and you're like, okay, because he can't fight. He's not a fighter.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So he gets bust up, bro, in this movie. But there are moments, yes, he fights back, but he's still not a fighter. He's just doing what he can with the abilities he's got. Uh, great interview. That's going to be out later on today, guys. So I need to get on those edits. If it's not today, it'll be out tomorrow because the movie's not out till next week. So uh, actually, saying that tomorrow's a better day for it to release. I'm not going to rush it today. I'm going to get
Okay.
all the stuff done, but yeah, it'll be ready. Well, when you guys watch the podcast, it's already out. So make sure you guys go check it out. We'll make sure we'll link it at the end of this video.
I'm looking forward to watching it. I genuinely am, man. So that's exciting, man. I'm glad. No, it's listen, man. I'm happy that you were able to get these opportunities. I think you're good at it and whatnot. So and you're getting better and better, and the more opportunities are coming. I think the more you do, inshallah, the more opportunities will come. The better you'll get at it. That's absolutely awesome, man. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to watching Novocaine. I should have asked for the screening here, but you know, during Ramadan, to be honest with you, I'm tired, and I just wanted to focus on Ramadan anyway. But anyway, in the future. But I will watch Novocaine. Looking forward to that coming out. Cool. The other thing that we finished watching, I don't know if you have, is Invincible season 3. Did you finish watching it?
I finished it, bro. Yeah.
Oh my God, man. What a great, consistent, amazing animation show like that they've put on that with this Invincible. I mean, they've confirmed season 4, so that's great, right? Because I think they confirmed season like say 8 seasons from back in the days, but they have confirmed they're carrying on with season 4. I mean, this episode, this season, especially that last episode. I mean, oh my God, they kind of went back to what happened in episode season 1, and just
Season one. Yeah.
the destruction and the death and whatnot. And all of that was coming back to him, you know what I mean? Because there were certain enemies in here who was affected by that, almost like a yeah, affected by what happened in season 1. His battle between his younger brother, who he's trying to train up, but also trying to protect at the same sort of time.
Yeah.
Cecil, the guy who works for the Pentagon or whatnot, just the control that he has over them, and he knows like, now, why are we controlled under you, and you're causing a lot of issues for me, all that sort of stuff. His balance between killing and not killing, you know what I mean? It comes back to this whole thing we just spoke about, Punisher and Daredevil. You know what I mean? If I killed them, they don't come back and hurt anyone else. I mean, that Punisher philosophy just comes back of,
Mm.
if they're dead, they don't come back and hurt anyone else. You know what I mean? If you try to just be not the killer and put them in prison, they come out and then they hurt other people. I mean, and then this season kind of touches on that a little bit as well. But just very consistent, like really good animation, very like amazing, like movie quality. I don't know how to explain it, man, but just like movie
No, it
quality
is. It is. It
animation.
is. It's
Yeah.
great. I feel like it's got better every time. I feel like we're not going for like it's large stakes with the Viltrumites at the moment. Large stakes, and you have your comedic, funny moments, but it's really hard hitting stuff, man. Like what he's going through, Invincible, is we're seeing somebody's mental health being deteriorated by being a superhero,
And he's a
completely
kid.
deteriorated, and he's a kid still, so completely deteriorated. And what he's gone through, man. Who comes back from a beating like that? You know what I mean? You could be called invincible. How could you come back from a beating like that and not have scars that come with that? You know what I mean?
Not just
Uh,
beaten, like he was used as a shield to slaughter thousands of or hundreds of people, and so he's got all of that on him as well. And he is a kid. It's almost like, imagine Spider-Man going through something like that. I mean, Spider-Man's life
yeah,
is dramatic, right? But that's from the Marvel universe one.
yeah, yeah.
Imagine that's like that. He's still a kid. He's a like not teenager, but he's like in uni and whatnot. It's horrible trying to. I mean, can't even. I mean, don't forget, yes, he's got Viltrumite blood in him, but he didn't grow up with that philosophy. He grew up as a human
Mm,
being, so he's dealing with it
that's
as a
right.
human being. Where the Viltrumites are like, whatever. But that is, yeah. What's his name? Stephen Young, who does the voice. Stephen Young,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stephen Young, yeah.
really good, man. Really good.
Very good, very good.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
that last episode with Conquest and what's the actor's name? Jeffrey. He played what's his name? Negan in
Walking
Walking Dead.
Dead. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. Jeffrey Sutton, Jeffrey Dean. I don't know. Jeffrey. Anyway,
I'll check it
uh,
now.
he just was cool, man. He's got such a cool voice. I got to give him props. Got to give him props.
Yeah, I'm trying to find his name. Where is he? Man, bro, hold on a second. I'm just looking at the cast. Is this real? Mahershala Ali
Yep.
was in it as well.
Yep.
Wait. But I've never actually deep dived into the cast. Oh my God, bro. Judgment that African brother, forgive me, man, I forgot can't pronounce his name, but he's in it too.
Digimon.
Bro, hold on. Sorry, can we just go back a second, right? You got Stephen Young, you got Mark Hamill, right? You got
Yep.
Gillian Jacobs, you got Seth Rogen, right? You got Zachary Quinton, who you got J.K. Simmons, you got I'm looking at faces that I find familiar, bro. You got John Hamm, you got Walton Goggins, you got Mahershala Ali, you got Digimon's in it. You got Jason Mancuras, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. You got Clayson Brown, Bro, hold on a second, man. You got Zazie Betts, who plays Domino.
Hmm.
You got what's his name? Sterling K. Brown.
Hmm.
Bloody hell, man. I didn't realize how crazy this cast is, man. But they didn't show that brother. What's his name, man? Season three cast. Just want to make sure I get his name as well. Um, why is it not there, man? Um, season three cast. Come on. It's not giving it to me. Uh, anyway, I can't find his name, man. Let me just type in Walking Dead. Walking Dead guy. Walking Dead. What's the name of Walking Dead? Can't believe can't find. Oh, there we go. There we go. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Him, right? He plays.
Jeffrey Dean. That's yeah, good. There you go. Jeffrey. Yeah, there you go. That's right. He plays Conquest, right? Is it Conquest?
Yeah,
Amazing. He was good. He's good. He's good. He's got a good voice as well. I got to say. Uh,
great
no,
show.
bro. Season three was great. Looking forward to season four. I love how complex it is. I love the fact that it gives us, like he's battling not just for his family, his brother, the world, Chicago, his mum, Eve, just the government. There's like so much conflicts involved, bro. It's crazy. Uh, and then you had that other bad guy who came in. That's Michelle Azali's character, isn't it? With the brains.
Yeah, no. That's no, that's not him. It's not Mahershala Ali.
Oh,
It's yeah. Sorry, man, I just closed it down. Let me bring it back up again.
sorry, it's
But
okay.
yeah. No, Mahershala Ali played I can't remember actually who he played, but it's a character called Mahershala Ali's character was Titan. Who's Titan? Titan is do you remember who Titan was? But the guy with the
It's gone.
brain is played by Sterling K. Brown. He was also in like the This Is Us. He was in Black Panther as King T'Challa's
Oh,
brother.
okay, okay, cool, cool.
Yeah,
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Ben, the guy who plays Sonic's voice, Ben Schwartz, so what?
Yeah,
Swart. He's also in this
yeah.
as well. Freaking hell, the cast is
Cast is
ridiculous.
amazing. I know it's full on, right?
Yeah,
No, good on them. Good on them. It was good. It was good. Uh, Yeah, no, listen, man, if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. I absolutely loved it. I think it's a great show. It showcases animation, storytelling. I think what Robert Kirkman and the team have done, and Seth Rogen as well. Shout outs to him for producing as well, and bringing this amazing, unique superhero take on. I would say this is probably one of the most grounded superhero animations because if we had beings like that, and then you have all these weird ass characters, different personality clashes, relationship issues, family responsibilities. It worked out really well, bro. I gotta say, it worked out really, really well.
yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I'm looking for. I mean, it's such an easy watch as well. There's something just like easy to watch, and considering it being an animation, I just feel like they emphasize a lot through the animation to how do I pull it, man? They make sure like through the animation it's almost simplified but also detailed, if that makes sense, like with the battle scenes and whatnot. It's very detailed with the gore, with the smash, with the power, the expression of the powers and all that sort of stuff. It's really good, man. I mean, also we got the not the backstory but the sideline story of Omni-Man and Seth Rogen's character. I can't remember, but
Yeah, yeah,
there's almost like a little hope of them to come, because I thought they were going to come and help him. Obviously they broke free. Omni-Man, there's a little, the human also showed Omni-Man like the human being ended up changing him a little bit, right? Because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they were born to do what they were supposed to do. And then he's kind of like, at the end of this episode, he's like, I miss my wife, right? Or during the season, he's like, I miss my wife. Rogan's character was able to kind of convince him, like, let's go and help your son and all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
human element always kind of wins at the end of the day. But there is that excitement of them guys coming to help Invincible for that big war or the battle they're going to have against the Vulture, because that's what it's all leading up to, which will be a crazy episode, I can imagine, or crazy season when it comes to that.
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. So, I mean, we're looking at. The one thing I like about this is that we're in the long haul for this, so we're looking to see a long. Uh, we still got loads to go through. Basically, we got loads to go through.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Cool, man. So looking forward for more of that. All right, let's go through anything more on that, kids, before we move on to some
No,
news.
not on that, man. I think it's a great show. If you guys have not jumped on, I know we've given a bit of spoilers on there, but if you guys ain't seen it, make sure you check it out. I think it's a great TV show. I think it's a great animation, uh, and it's I think like superhero storytelling on a different level. Definitely.
All right, awesome. Well, before we go back into stuff that we've watched, I want to go on some news, man, because there's a few things that's come out. So Justin Lin teams with Keanu Reeves for the gritty action movie Berserker exclusive. So Justin Lin, who's known for directing the Fast and Furious movies, will be
Mm-hmm.
directing the Berserker movie.
Cool.
Mattson Tomlin, the Batman 2, is a writer and writing the script for the adaptation of the Boom Studios comic book. I have to be honest with you,
Oh,
I haven't read this comic. I actually am not familiar with
which
the
one is it?
Berserker, the Keanu Reeves
Oh,
one.
Berserker. Sorry, yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah, that's the Keanu Reeves ones. I've read up
Yeah.
to issue 5, and then I could. He's based on an immortal, basically, character who can't die, and he's gone through different centuries. Very good concept. Adapting it to the comic book world is going to be sorry the big screen, or are they doing TV
Netflix.
screen?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a series or whatnot, but it says coming being adapted by Netflix. So I don't know if it's going to be a series or a movie. I hope it's a series.
Yeah, I think a series would work much better. Definitely, a series would work so much better. Uh, all right, let's see what happens. Definitely see what happens. That'd be
Yeah,
interesting.
cool. What have we got here? We have, okay, this is awesome news, man. After long plans underway to build a Bruce Lee statue in San Francisco's Chinatown. A project is now in the works to build a bronze statue of Bruce Lee in San Francisco's Chinatown neighborhood. A Chinese Historical Society of America museum wants to pay tribute to the martial arts icon and film star who was born at the Chinese hospital on Jackson Street in November 1940. This is a long wish for and now active project, said Justin Hoover of the Chinese Historical San Francisco. Um, it is time to bring our native son home. But this is epic,
Okay.
man. Like, how great is that? I mean, how much of a legend is Bruce Lee that to this day, they're still honoring him with another statue in San Francisco because obviously we got one in Hong Kong, which I was going through my Instagram yesterday, just looking through the memories we had, and there was a few in Hong Kong. There was one that obviously the famous one in Kowloon side TST where there's the walk of the Hollywood walk of the Chinese Hong Kong Walk of Fame stars and whatnot. Then there's the
Yep.
other one. Do you remember the one that was at near the museum? I can't remember exactly the area. I think it was in Tin Hau or something like that, where it was the one of him doing the sidekick. Do you remember we took
Yeah, yeah,
pictures
yeah,
and
yeah. That's
stuff?
right.
There was that one. I went to Foshan where they have the biggest one of him, is huge statue of Bruce Lee in Foshan. Before I think I said that right. And then anyway, I think it's one in the States already I want to say somewhere California or whatnot, but this is going to be one in San Francisco. Legend.
Yeah,
Look, in the martial art world, yes, he's a legend, right? He still comes up in MMA. This was his vision back in the days. You know what I mean? He was ahead of his time when it came to martial arts. When he was talking about, I don't believe in any styles anymore. I'm trying to learn all this sort of stuff. He's learning Western boxing, he's learning fencing, he's learning judo, hapkido, whatever. He didn't
yeah,
stick to one style, and that's what MMA ultimately what it is. Duke Condor was his form of MMA, just like absorbing what works for him and disregarding what doesn't. Now, if he was alive today, I guarantee you he will be front and center watching these MMA martial arts because it's a true expression of fighting. But then what he doesn't get credit enough for, which I think, or in my opinion, he doesn't, especially living in Asia, it's like he broke a lot of boundaries, right, in cinema and racism and stuff like that when he was in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like he opened the doors not just for Chinese people, for immigrants. You know what I mean? You got immigrants
yeah.
around the US. Cubans and black people and whatnot dressing in kung fu suits because of Bruce Lee, but because of what he represented. He broke down a lot of barriers and whatnot, and facing a lot of racism trying to get into Hollywood and everything in the US. He broke even cultural barriers in Chinese culture because he broke traditions of teaching. As they would say, Guailo's martial arts, the Chinese tradition of martial arts. So he broke
No,
barriers
that's
from
right.
aspects, and I don't think he gets the credit enough that he deserves for that, man, because that's revolutionary, man. You get those type of kids.
100%.
Yeah, you
100%.
really get those
100%.
type of people, man. So I've always been a big fan of Bruce Lee, always will be. Got the posters here and all that sort of stuff. It's crazy. Happy that his legacy just carries on, man. Happy, it really is. I mean, if I was to ever go to the States and explore, I definitely want to go to these statues. I definitely want to go to his grave and show respect, and all that sort of stuff, man. But yeah, huge fan of Bruce Lee, man. I'm happy that his legacy carries on, and his legacy will continue to carry on because of the legacy he's laid out, man. So shout outs to Bruce Lee.
No, definitely.
All right,
No,
there's a
listen, excited for that. Definitely excited for that. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, happy for him and his family. There's a few things coming out, so a couple of release stuff. So Princess Mononoke, which is a awesome anime that I done a review with my guy Adil in Singapore. He introduced me to it. They are redoing this in 4K and they are bringing it out. It's only coming out in IMAX cinemas in North America for what I'm reading. So hopefully it does make its way around the globe because it's definitely an anime that's worth watching. I remember
Yes.
watching it. It does touch on almost like real world sort of stuff that's going on now in regards to like an imperial army taking over forces and whatnot, using the imperial strength to kind of take over. I can't remember exactly, but anyway, great anime. I think it's people who really are into anime. This is big for them. So this is on Crunchyroll's news. Other things coming out, Andor season 2 is scheduled to come out April 22nd on Disney Plus. I have to be
Looking
honest,
forward to that.
I never finished off at season 1. I'm not gonna lie. So, but for you Andor fans, I know you enjoyed it. So season 2 comes out April 22nd on Disney Plus. I mean, I don't know how season 1 ended. Kibbs, I don't know if you remember or whatnot, but if is there any expectations on where this should lead up to?
Oh no, it's gonna lead because they kind of the way they did this is that it leads on to Rogue One, right? It will continue to lead on to Rogue One. They show the Death Star at the end of and what they were making in that prison for the Death Star, basically. So it will continue to go into that. We'll get more on that as well, definitely. I like how grounded it was. It wasn't about Jedi's and superpowers and the rest of it. It was just about what the rebellion force are trying to do to stop this crazy empire doing what it's doing right now. And again, that's related to what we going through in the real world right now. We are so segregated as human beings that this is on an intergalactic level as well. Uh, I enjoyed it. It felt more like a BBC drama than it did a Star Wars mystical project. It was more based on the people on the ground level. So definitely looking forward to it. I'm excited to see where it goes from there. And then as Duego, is it Duego
Diego,
Luna? Hopefully,
oh
yeah,
yeah.
Diego. Sorry, not Diego. Uh, Shout out to you, man. I like his work. I've always liked his work since he was in that movie with Tom Hanks, The Terminal.
Hmm.
Yeah, good film, good film. But yeah, Andor, looking forward to it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, that comes out April, what is it, April 22nd. Something else that's coming out. I didn't even know they were doing this. Godfather Harlem season 4 is coming out. So that's scheduled to come out on April 13 on MGM Plus. This is a show that I followed.
Mm.
It's got Forrest Whitaker in it. It follows the story of Bumpy Johnson, who's based on real. So the great thing about the show, yes, there's stuff that's been dramatized, but it is based on real characters like Bumpy Johnson, Malcolm X was in it and whatnot. Season 3 ended with Malcolm X's death, and season 3, I remember they portrayed a lot on Malcolm X. They really, if you really want to see a great Malcolm X story, I honestly, Godfather of Harlem season, well, Godfather of Harlem's 1 to 3, like you can really see, like they really express Malcolm X's journey, his conversion to Islam, and just what he done for his people, man. Because
Yeah, yeah.
again, Malcolm X is one of those characters in history that deserves the credit for what he done for his people, but he doesn't just because, as we know in the real world, if you talk up against the imperial force, especially Israel, what happens is they don't honor you and whatnot. But other leaders they
Yeah.
do, other people they do. So they try to demonize Malcolm X, but that's all propaganda bullshit. But this show anyway, again, it just this synopsis of episode season 4 coming out. Bumpy Johnson continues his bloody war for control of Harlem gangsters in New York against the mafia families, while contending with the arrival of gangster Frank Lucas. After Malcolm X's tragic assassination, Bumpy must also grapple with his daughter Elijah's involvement with the Black Panthers. So looking
Okay.
forward to that. I'm a fan of this show, bro. I am. So I'm going to be following the show, man. So I'm looking forward to that one coming out. I didn't even know they're doing the season 4. So I'm actually quite happy about that. April 13th, that one comes out.
That's
Um,
cool.
all right. Some video game stuff, man. God of War Ragnarok celebrates the franchise's 20-year anniversary. So they have done some downloadable content for and this is what I love about this game, man. They've been giving us so much free stuff. The game is so relevant. I think Ragnarok came out 3 years ago, and God of War 4 came out a couple years out before that, and they're still
Yeah.
giving you updates and whatnot. So this franchise is updating us with the Dark Odyssey cosmetic update for the week. So that was the Dark Odyssey, I believe, was from God of War 2, which happened years ago. There's so many updates coming
Okay.
out with this game. I don't think there's any story update, but it's more about skins, so armor appearances and whatnot. So the Dark Odyssey armor appearance and all that sort of stuff and how he looks. And there's 3 of us doing the armor, the weaponry, the shields, even the side characters, his son and whatnot, they're getting some relooks as well. So just a fun update to have for the game, just for that look. If you remember God of War 2, I played God of War 2 years ago, so it's hard for me. I don't even think I unlocked that in God of War 2, because I think the only way you can unlock that skin is if you clock God of War 2 on God mode, which is the most difficult mode. There's no way I'm going
Oh,
through
right.
that, bro.
Okay.
So I definitely didn't unlock that. So to get it in the new one as a downloadable content is definitely worth
Yeah.
doing. So I'm looking forward. I mean, it's already out. I think they released it on 26th of March, I believe it comes out, which is my birthday,
Okay, cool.
which is next week. So I could download it for my birthday. But I'm actually currently playing Wukong, which is absolutely amazing. So anyway, so look, that was everything that's coming out. That was basically all the news, bro. There wasn't much news this week
Okay.
or within the last couple of weeks since we chat. So that was everything that's coming out. There's just a couple more movies that I've watched that I want to quickly touch on before we finish up, which I haven't spoken about. The Substance. I don't know if you saw that, bro. With
Yes.
Demi Moore, Jack
That's one I still
Quaid,
need to watch. Yeah.
Dennis Quaid. Sorry, bro. Oh my God, this movie was insane, bro. And it gave you, and I think I described it, and they did actually get a lot of inspiration from The Shining, just from the
Okay.
cinematography of that movie and whatnot. And then what do you call it? The live props of this movie was just disturbing, bro. It did remind you of like I say, an 80s or early 90s sort of horror movie, because it had that element.
Okay.
Freaky as hell. Don't watch it in front of the kids. There's a lot of ass and titties all over the place. I should say that during Ramadan, sorry. But don't watch it in front of any of the kids or anything like that. It is scary as well, but it does consume a lot of that content in it as well. And it does, do watch it. It does touch on like getting old and real life like you got celebrities and whatnot, and they thrive on their youth and their beauty, and as they get old they
Mm.
just refuse to believe it. And these days you got Botox and this and that, and you put so much in you become a monster. Like, you've seen some of these actresses that, or mostly actresses, like, and forgive me, man, women should definitely just keep like just age, man, it doesn't matter, but they want to preserve their youth. You got Madonna and whatnot, and they put so much in them, they become monsters. They look butters, man. You know what I mean? And that's what this movie kind of touches on a lot, man.
Mm.
So watch it. And Dennis Quaid plays this creepy sort of producer type dude. It's just like, almost, I feel like he almost probably like a Harvey Weinstein type of weird sort of creepy dude and
Ah.
whatnot. But
Okay.
like I said, the cinematography just reminded me of like an old school Shining type of movie. So worth watching The
Okay.
Substance. So I watched another movie called Unstoppable. I believe you watched this too. A very inspirational
Yeah, it
movie.
was good, man. Very
real
good,
life
very
movie.
good, very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got Jennifer Lopez in it. It had John Shadell. It had Joel Jones, who I remember him from that documentary we watched on Netflix about the Brooklyn Five. Do you remember the kids that got put in
Arrested
prison?
for no,
Yeah,
you're put in prison
for
for
no
no, yeah, yeah.
reason. Yeah, exactly. And you've got Michael Pena in it, who's always awesome as well. What an amazing inspirational story about, a wrestler who was born with one leg and just winning, just an unstoppable will. There's different type of humans in this world, bro. Like the David Goggins in the world, and this individual, I've got to say his name. I've got to find his name. Where is it? He plays Anthony Robels.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
just absolutely amazing, man. So let me see if I can find more on that because his credentials as a wrestler is just fantastic. Let me see if I can
I
find it
mean,
here.
he's still teaching now, he's a coach, and it's amazing to see how far he's come. It's a really good, touching story, man. And you see the hardships of uh, what some people go through, the hardships.
Yeah, I mean, the hardships, but also his unstoppable will, which is what the movie's called, man. I
Yeah,
mean, the guy had one leg and he is keeping up with everyone. And if he's not keeping up, he ain't stopping till he finishes, man. Wrestling, bro, I train wrestling now, right? I've been training grappling for a while. As I came to Dubai, I've been training a lot more specifically in wrestling. It's one of the hardest sports ever. It's just nothing but explosive movements. At least with jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai or boxing, you can take some steps back and relax, and you might throw a lazy jab to throw a hard right. You like when you throw a combination, not every single one of your combination is
he's gonna
100%
hit. Yeah,
power,
yeah.
right? It's not going to hit, but they're not 100% power. Like you throw combinations, maybe two or three of the strikes are power, but you kind of manage your pace. Wrestling, bro, is all explosive actions. It's
Mm.
so freaking hard. Wrestling, it's one of the hardest. I'm telling you, one of the hardest combat sports I've ever come across. It kills me. I actually dread going to wrestling, but I love the training, whatnot. So just to kind of do this with one leg and just to be able to like win the champion. I think it was the NCAA's. I can't remember exactly which credentials that he won, but just absolutely inspiring, man. And just that wrestling mentality, honestly, man. If you, I feel like wrestlers has a really strong mentality because wrestling can really break an individual, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
And this guy was unbreakable, man. It was absolutely amazing. So,
What's the
um,
actor's name? Because I do like the work he does, man. Like
yeah, it was
he pick. I feel like he picks his characters really, really well. He did that weird superhero one, which
Jerome.
was really good. Jerome, yeah. Weird, silly, kind of weird superhero one that he did. I can't remember what that's called, but it's a really good show. Really creative. It had this hip hop element to it, but it had this superhero thing to it as well. And then This Is Us. Is it This Is Us?
No, no, he
No.
was. It was the Brooklyn Five. I mean, he wasn't in This Is Us. It was in. Let me go check. Let me see what else he's in.
What was that Netflix one called, bro? Because that was a heartbreaking one. But he was amazing in that. He was amazing in that.
He
Absolutely
was.
amazing.
He was in Moonlight. He's been in Spider-Man. He's the voice. He's done a voice in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. When They See Us was the Netflix. Or was
When
the
They See Us.
yeah. When They
Is
See
it?
Us. Um. Yeah. Those are the more common ones that I've seen. So yeah, he's good. He's good. Great, great. Listen, if you want to get inspired, definitely want to watch. When we talk about movies taking us away from the real world and giving us inspiration, especially based on a real individual, Anthony Robbins, like it's one to watch. It's definitely one to watch to get inspired, man. Because my guy could do that. And let's don't get me wrong, man. Mentalities are different, man. People, they're just different kind of humans out there. You don't have to be on that level, but it definitely should inspire you to kind of pursue what you're looking for, even the odds
100%.
if the odds are against you, such as you got one leg and you're trying to be a freaking wrestler. Forget about it, man.
Mm.
You would ultimately think the odds are against you, man. But no, man. Like people prove that you can beat those odds. So definitely check it out. It's on Amazon Prime out now. So check that one out. I watched
Yeah, definitely.
Hong Kong movie, man. Donnie Yen, the prosecutor, man. Great movie, man. Just
I need to see that.
trying to
I need to
find
watch
ways
that.
to watch it. Finally found it. I wish these movies came out more in cinema. We grew up with these guys. We grew up with Donnie Yen. So when they don't come out in our cinemas, you're kind of like, man, I want to watch it. Like I like, and can you not bring it on for us, like us fans and whatnot? Because there are fans
Exactly.
outside of,
Exactly.
of Hong Kong, man. But bro, Johnny Yang bro, his fighting style in this movie is
Mm.
so move, and he's just got this ability of movement, and like I know he's got more into MMA, and the grappling that he uses in his movies are just I don't want to say realistic because obviously it's choreographed martial arts, but it's just a great expression of martial arts in his movies.
I
And
bet
this
it is.
yeah, this movie kind of touches on a real life story of a poor young man who's wrongly charged with drug trafficking after being deceived. An ex-prosecutor investigates a case, uncovers a corrupt lawyer, undercovers corrupt lawyers' team scheme, and results in justice of an obstruction of evil forces. So basically, it's based in Hong Kong. Kind of brings back memories living in Hong Kong and whatnot, right? But there's poverty in Hong Kong. There's people living in literally like cupboard spaces. It's ridiculous, the property size in Hong Kong. Anyway, there was like these drug cartels who were just paying kids or people, vulnerable people, to be like, just accept this package. Don't worry about what's in it, whatever. Here's $1,000, just accept it. We'll come collect it, or whatnot. What you got end up finding out is these packages are full of drugs. And these individuals who have no idea, they're just like, oh, someone's give me $1,000 to accept the package. They're doing it out of poverty, right? And ended up getting wrongly accused. You've got these corrupt lawyers and whatnot who are working with these gangsters that who act to be their lawyer and then end up putting them in trouble. Like, oh, just plead guilty. We'll try and get you the best deal and all that sort of stuff. And when you got this cop who's played by Donnie Yen's character, who sees the fault in the justice system. As a cop, you know, he's chasing down bad guys, he's locking them up, but because of the lack of evidence or just the corruption, they're not being locked up. So he takes it upon himself to be to like because he was getting older to be a cop to take on learning. He left being a cop to learn the and become a lawyer. I don't know the exact
Okay.
terminology. So then he's getting into this. So now he's fighting the battles inside the court, not just outside the court, what he was doing as a police officer. Now he's fighting the battles inside the court, and he's just kind of
Yeah.
expressing on the corruption and also like the justice system can work. You know, it's almost like that Daredevil thing. Like it can work if you really want it to work, but if you don't, then the corruption can kick in, and people lose faith in the justice system. Like he was just really expressing that we in this justice room are super important to let the people know that the justice system works. But if we fail them, that's when everything goes down, man. So he really emphasized a lot on that. It was actually really, really good movie, man. It's worth watching, man.
No,
Um,
I can't wait to watch that. I'm gonna check that out. Uh, yeah, that looks it looks good, bro. I love Donnie Yen, man. He's just he's got this thing about how good he looks on the screen when he fights. If there's a person that fights really good, it's Donnie Yen, bro. His fighting is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So
yeah.
looking forward to watching this one, definitely.
I always feel we were robbed of Donnie Yen versus Blade in Blade 2. We were robbed of
Oh,
that fight
bro,
scene.
that worst.
How we were robbed of that. You have Wesley Snipes in his prime, you have Donnie Yen in his prime. Both of
Robbed.
them, oh my God, we were robbed of that scene. Look, man, the film was awesome. But if I was to go back to the studios and directors, I'm like, you guys messed up. You could have given us 7 minutes or 10 minutes of a fight scene with them to be it fighting each other or fighting each other as well as fighting all the nomad vampire things. Like, oh, I'm not saying because they won a team at one point, like just back to back, both of their swords. Come on, man, they robbed us of that fight scene. For
They
Blade.
showed it. They showed it.
All right, another film I watched was Panda Plan, Jackie Chan, man.
Yes.
Such a nice movie, man. Jackie, it just felt like an old school Jackie Chan movie. He still got it at his age, but because you can see he's still trying to do some of the stunts. Like I saw him. Yes, they're a bit slower. Yes, you can see that, but he's still trying to do it, man. I saw him trying to jump through the ladder and all that sort of stuff. I mean, just the guy is just amazing, man. I mean, anyone that goes down in history as one of the greatest of all times, it's definitely going to be Jackie. Listen, the movie's simple. There's nothing, crazy about it, right? Um, and it's got cheese and all that sort of stuff involved and whatnot. But it's like it's again, he loves playing himself, an actor and whatnot who's involved in this situation. But just to see Jackie just doing his
It's
thing.
a it's a it's an animated movie, like, and it's just a easy watch, I gotta say. Uh, there are some funny odd moments in there, but yeah, nice, easy, animated, sort of easy watch, definitely. But yeah, the legend is getting old. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in Karate Kid Legends.
Yes.
Uh, But yeah, it
When
was
you
a good fun
see
movie. Good fun
when you
movie.
see Ride Along, that him getting old, like he expresses it in that movie, and it's heartbreaking, man. It is heart. That scene that went viral where he's watching himself doing all the stuff was a real. It was actually from the movie. Some people were saying it was fake. It was actually from the movie, and it was a very heartbreaking scene because we grew up with Jackie. It gets me emotional. Thing. We grew up with him, and for him to see himself doing those stunts, and for him to kind of realize I'm getting old, I can't do that sort of stuff. That was a very emotional scene. When you see that scene, I'm pretty sure you'll tear up. It's very emotional. So I recommend watching Ride Along. Any Jackie Chan fan
Right
has
along,
to
yeah. So
watch that.
that's one I need to watch as well. Like, I got so much to catch up on, to be honest, bro. But that's it's on my list to watch. I'll check that out definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, watch Panda Plan. Jack Reacher 3, I've been watching season 3. Jack Reacher's great. He has that
So
Punisher
good.
vibe. I'm attracted to that. Well, I'm not
Yeah,
saying I'm attracted to him. He's a freaking
he's a good
specimen
looking
of
dude.
a dude, so that came
Yeah,
out
it's a
wrong.
human being,
But
bro. Just
yeah,
tonks.
yeah. Bro, Alan Richardson is a specimen of a human being. I'm attracted to that character, that vigilante
Yeah,
character. That's
yeah.
what I was trying to say.
He
But
just wants to
great.
do the right thing, right?
That's it. Wants to do the right thing. Just wants to help people. He's got that vibe where he just wants to help people. Good show, man. Really good. Just easy watch, easy watch. And like I say, Richardson is a specimen of a dude.
He is, he is, he is.
Jesus.
Really great. It's engaging, bro. It's really good. It's really good TV, bro. I gotta say. Give that guy Batman, man. Just do it. I think he'll be great. I think he'd be awesome. I can see him as Batman now, and he's got this charm about him as Reacher. Uh, and this one, I feel like he's thrown himself a lot deeper because this has got so many twists and turns, so many issues that keep happening. Very good, man. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Definitely, man. Great show, man. I love watching these shows. I could watch them all day, to be honest with you. So I hope they keep making more of Reacher because at the end of the day, it follows him as a story, but the character like it changes to new missions and whatnot. It doesn't have to be a continuous story. So as long as Richardson could do it, I say keep giving us more.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, definitely.
all right, I watched some other film called The Nice Guys, which was an older film actually. It came out back in
What?
1996, sorry, 2016, sorry. With
Russell Crowe
Russell
and
Crowe and Ryan
Ryan Gosling.
Gosling.
No,
Yeah,
wicked film.
yeah, I've never seen it before. So it's based in 1970s Los Angeles, a mismatched pair of private eye investigations, trying to look for a missing girl in a mysterious death of a porn star. And just these two, man, like Russell Crowe's fun, like Ryan Gosling's actually quite funny, right? There was this phase where he went through this serious phase, which would like Drive and all that sort of stuff, and he was even in the what's the sci-fi movie? The Why have I gone blank for, man? Classic Blade Runner, and he had this whole
Yeah, 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 yeah.
persona and whatnot. But he's actually a really funny dude, man. And then Russell Crowe just teaming up with him as well is really funny. This buddy cop sort of investigating movie, it's actually really funny. It's actually a fun movie, easy to watch, sort of movie. So that was a fun one, watching those two on screen.
Great
I've
film,
got
bro. I think that's one of those hidden gem movies. They got great comedic timing in that. It's a good film, definitely.
yeah, easy to watch movie, man.
Yeah,
Nothing like
easy to
yeah.
watch, much easier to. Nothing extravagant, but their banter, where the way they bounce back off each other is great. The
Yeah. I watched another movie called The Gorge, which came out this year, actually. It's a new one. I think it came out
Apple movie one, isn't it?
the Apple
Miles
movie one,
Teller, Anna Joy Taylor as well.
Telejoy. Yeah, it's
Uh,
actually not bad. It was actually all right. It was about
I
like
think they had a great concept and it just lose at the end.
so. I think so. You watched it, right?
Yeah, yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
You're okay. Spoiler alert. So you think when they went into the gorge, you think it lo lose from there, or
No, I thought that was a great concept. They should have stuck with that.
Okay, where do you think it looks? Because I feel like that was the part it looked because I liked the mystery of what was down there and the little battle scenes. But when they went down there, okay, cool. They helped investigate or show us what was going on, which was the kind of the chemical biological weapons during
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
World War II, trying to make super soldiers and all that sort of stuff, which turned out to be, what was it like? Some natural the natural forces taking over, right? Like Earth and whatnot taking over, like beings, like zombies and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I actually liked the suspense of like them being on separate sides, allowed to talk to each other. Shit down here, they got all this ammunition and all this sort of stuff. It was this corporation, right? What's her name? Sigourney Weaver was in it,
With
right?
Sigourney Weaver's character, yeah.
That
Uh,
corporation, yeah.
I think they should have kept the mystery. I think that was great. I do like the concept of, what happened down there, what they went through. Uh, but then they went back up on land and then it all changed from there. And it was like, I feel like they could have continued going with the gorge and then them coming into the gorge, a bit of beef or something. Uh, or, those zombies end up helping them or something. I don't know. I don't know. Something happened after that where I was like, oh my God, there's a great concept here where it's literally another world you've entered, where
Mm.
nature and humans have merged together, and it's a whole living organism. And then it came
Yeah,
to that, but it was all right. It's a good watch. I mean, they're not amazing. I think I
yeah.
gave it like 3 stars or something.
I think also they they touched on how they take advantage of military veterans. You know, this guy's a military
Oh
veteran.
yes, hundred
And it was,
percent.
and
Yeah,
then these corporations, that's always, it's like, oh yeah, we got this job for you and whatnot. And then you saw what they do after, right? They assassinate you and what they kill you
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The fact that they take advantage of military, and these people are going through their own stuff. But it was nice that that they met because they were like, we don't talk to each other or whatnot. So it was nice that they built a relationship. And, he seemed like such a loner until he met
Yeah.
and Anya's character and whatnot, which was nice, man. So I just felt like when they went to the gorge, inside the gorge, for me that was when I was like, I actually preferred the mystery when they were up there and they were just kind of like keeping things down, like keeping them things from coming up. That's what I kind of liked. But no, it was still good though. I kind of enjoyed it. I didn't feel it was too bad.
No, yeah, I don't know. It kind of lost me. I lost my what's the word? My interest in it. Yeah, my interest went from it. I don't know. I found it a difficult watch after, bro. I feel like because of the concept changing from what it was meant to be to what it became, it was like I didn't really expect it to go that way. And I liked the kind of relationship that they were having, but then the mystery of what that was as well. But it's all right. It's a good watch. Give it a go, guys. Check it out.
Yeah, I think it's worth. Yeah, it was all right. All right, just finishing up with two quickly old school retro movies that I watched. I introduced the missus to Cool Runnings,
Mm.
1993, John Candy. It was we just looking for something to watch. I was like, you know what, let's watch this. It's just such an enjoyable, fun, heart. Again, another inspirational movie about the real but Jamaican bobsleigh team. Odds are against them. They're from Jamaica, trying to trying to get into the Olympics. The inspiration of getting into the Olympics and completely changing their sport from running to bobsleighing, which is completely alien to them because they're from Jamaica compared to a winter sport and whatnot. But just again, just there's just a drive that different human beings have to get to where they want to get. They would adapt to that climate, they would adapt to that sport to get themselves in the Olympic. That was a win. Whether they won the Olympics or not wasn't the mission, wasn't the success story. The success story was going into a sport, going into a whole different environment, which is complete alien to them. The odds were against them. People were against them and laughing at them to the point where you've inspired everyone else, where you've kind of earned your position in that, and you go down in history as the first Jamaican bobsleigh team. So it was nice, and it's such a fun, easy watchable movie with great comedic. John Candy is just, I don't know if the
He's the
right word.
best, bro.
He's magical on the screen, right? He's got this magical appearance. He's such a, rest in peace to him. It was such a great movie, Cool Runnings. So if you haven't seen Cool Runnings, bloody hell, where the hell have you been? Um, the other one I watched, which I haven't seen in a long time, bro, and it's actually
Yeah.
so basic, was Colors, 1998, Robert Duvall and Sean Penn. Um, and
Colors.
yeah, it's about the two cops and about the LA gangs and whatnot. Ice Cube's on that. Ice T, sorry, done the tune Colors, the soundtrack for it. Don Cheadle's in it. Damon Wayans is in it, bro. The guy from Cool Runnings, what you call it, Derek Bunnock, Derek Bunnock, is that his name? He's in it. Um, it's yeah, old 1890, 19
Colors. Yeah, I do remember it. I haven't seen it in ages as well, so I wouldn't remember off the top
when
of my head.
you
But
when you watch it now, it's so bad. Like it's
uh,
so bad. But it had like Tony Todd in it. Um, like I said, who they got? You got Mario Lopez was in it. You got, like I said, Damon Wayans is in it, Sean Penn, Robert Duvall, Tony Todd's. Yeah. Do you know what it was? It was like like, they're showing the LA gang world, right? And in those time at those times they were showing those type of movies, Boys in the Hood, all that sort of stuff. And this was from like a cop's perspective. Um, you know, maybe because it was 1988, right? And you watch it again now, right? You just come to like you're like, this is kind of the acting and all that sort of stuff is kind of like basic. But I just thought I'd watch it again and whatnot. So, I thought I'd put that on, just watch it, see how it is. And yeah, it was it just felt like it was I don't want to shit on it, man. It just felt like the acting was just bad. But that's
Ah,
yeah, but
it's a tough one. Definitely a
back
tough
then
one.
it's an old school movie. It's bad. Listen, Sean Penn, even with Sean Penn and Robert Duvall, like Robert Duvall, he was the only one that felt natural in the whole movie. Sean
Yeah,
Penn,
yeah, yeah.
even Sean Penn, like the characteristics that he took or the direction, whatever it was, almost felt a little bit cheesy. Or his acting, because Sean Penn's a freaking phenomenal actor, as we all know. And this was the early years, obviously. But anyway, I don't want to shit on the movie in the sense of the actor. It just was old school, man. It was just old school. That's how it was. That's how it was shot. The gangsters, the essays and all that sort of stuff. Don Cheadle, again, it just didn't seem very authentic. But
Okay.
when I say that, listen, I don't know about LA gangsters. I've just seen the movies and listened to the hip hop tunes and whatnot. But anyway, it was just an expression of that world. So I just decided to watch that. So yeah,
All right.
watched a lot. So there wasn't much news. Just watched a lot throughout the last couple of weeks, man.
No,
And
that's
that's
cool.
it, man. That's all. That's everything, man. That's everything.
All right, cool. Uh, yeah, no, I don't think I've watched everything that you've kind of watched. I need to watch Daredevil, watch that episode. Guys, the Novocaine interviews. While you're watching this podcast, please check it out. The links are in the description, but the links to it will be at the end of this video as well. Make sure you check them out. We got to do a press junket with the directors of Novocaine and then Jack and Amber Mid Thunder, which was amazing. It was great vibe. So make sure you check that out. Can't think of anything else, bro. Was there anything else?
That's it. That's it, man. Yeah, I think that's it, man. Just take us out, man. We got a couple of geek out sessions coming out.
Yes, a
Um,
couple of Geek Out sessions coming out. We've got the screening for Novocaine tonight. We've got the screening for Hard Working Man or Hard Working Man with Jason Statham next week. We've got the Minecraft one, which is probably falling on Eid. So I need to double check. But I want to take Idris. I wasn't really interested in going, but
but Idris,
Idris
oh
is
my
a fan.
God, yes, he
Yeah,
loves
Idris is a
Minecraft.
fan.
Oh, come
So
on, you
it'd
have to
be
take him.
so it's at 3 o'clock on Eid day. If it is Eid. I don't know. Eid will be what, 29th, 30th?
Possibly on the Saturday or sorry, the Sunday or the Monday. So that's the 31st or the first. So we're
Let's
gonna
hope
either
it's the
have
first, bro.
30, yeah. So we're gonna have either 30 days of Ramadan, or 29 days or 30 days. So it depends. So it would either fall
All
on
right, cool.
yeah.
I mean, it's in the afternoon, so I can still take him. It's a couple hours. I'll go take him and then come back. But yeah, we got that. All right, cool. Massive, massive thanks again, guys. Uh, Sorry, I'm extremely tired, guys. So if you heard me yawning throughout the podcast, I'm so sorry. And if I said anything to offend anybody, please, it's just my thoughts, my views, just how I see things. I do not promote any type of violence or anything like that. I am not a confrontational type of guy. I just want to make that clear, guys. Other than that, I'm all in. I'm all in there as protection, guys. Make sure you follow us on social media as well, which is absolutely amazing. You guys, we've had a massive uprise in Instagram and TikTok as well. Can't thank you guys enough for that. Make sure you guys are looking after yourself. I know there's shitloads going on at the moment. There's so much going on at the moment. You guys look after yourself, and we'll catch you guys up soon. One love. Peace.
Peace.